The time has arrived. SummerSlam weekend is here, guys. SummerSlam weekend is just upon us, and I can't wait for the third consecutive year coming your way live from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. SummerSlam on Sunday, TakeOver on Saturday, tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this. Raw and SmackDown, I believe, are also being taped from the Barclays Center on Monday and Tuesday, respectively. And for the first time since they started going to Brooklyn 2 years ago, I will not be there for any of the shows. I am leaving. By the time this is up, I'm already gone. I've already left for South Dakota to go see my girlfriend, so I will not be there for TakeOver, SummerSlam, Raw, or SmackDown. I'm flying back to good old CT on Sunday night, missing SummerSlam, so I'll watch it the next day with Jason. By that point, it would just be way too much. I'm not going to Raw or SmackDown on Tuesday. It would just be absolute insanity to fly back from South Dakota and then take a train on out to Raw or SmackDown to New York for either one of those shows. So I won't be doing it, but I am excited for the weekend nevertheless. It's kind of, for me, again, now being there is a bit different. I'm still excited for it. TakeOver is always great. SummerSlam could go either way. The last two SummerSlams, even being there, they were very good shows. They weren't amazing shows. Like, I thought 2013 and 2014 were better than 2015 and 2016, in my opinion. But SummerSlam is rarely a bad show. So let's get right into it. I did one of these for WrestleMania weekend a few months ago, excuse me. That was a bit different because I was there for TakeOver and WrestleMania, not Raw or SmackDown. But still, it's going to be an exciting weekend, even though I will not be there. There are still 5 things I want to see happen between between TakeOver and SummerSlam specifically. And the first thing I want to see happen is Shinsuke Nakamura winning the WWE Championship. I'm sorry, but Jinder Mahal is just not doing it for me as WWE Champion. I gave him time. I even wrote a whole article when he first won that number 1 contender 6-pack challenge on SmackDown back in April, saying why we should give him a chance, why it might be a good thing to have a fresh face in the main event scene, but he has failed to live up to the hype that WWE has given him. He looks the part. I love the Singh brothers. The matches just aren't that good. The matches with Orton were pretty damn boring. Nakamura could get a good match out of him on Sunday, but so far I'm just not buying him as WWE Champion. That being said, Nakamura has to be the one to take the title off him on Sunday. Now, I've heard a lot of speculation whether Baron Corbin might cash in. I don't think he will, nor do I think he should. At least not right now. I've seen people say maybe he cashes in unsuccessfully, and I'll describe why that doesn't work. I'll explain why that won't work in just a second, but I don't think it should happen on Sunday. I think Baron Corbin should cash in successfully, just not right now. I don't think now is the right time. I think he could be a top-tier heel, a lot better than Jinder, in my opinion. That's just my personal stance, but you can find that out. I mean, we'll hopefully see him as WWE Champion in a few months, by the end of 2017. Just not right now. So I hope Nakamura wins, and he walks out of SummerSlam the new WWE Champion, exactly 1 year removed from when he won the NXT Championship in that exact same building at TakeOver Brooklyn. So coming in at number 2 here, the second thing I want to see happen on Sunday at SummerSlam, or over the course of the weekend rather, is Carmella cashing in her Money in the Bank briefcase. Now, a lot like Baron Corbin, I don't want to play favorites here. I like both of them. I like Baron Corbin better than Carmella, but I still like Carmella, especially as a heel. I just think the time is right for her to cash in. Now, the main event scene on SmackDown, Jinder Mahal, again, like I said, is not doing anything for me, but they got a number of names towards the top. From John Cena to Rusev, they've got Randy Orton, Shinsuke Nakamura, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, AJ Styles. They're fine. The women's division needs some help. Now, they have the talent. I love Charlotte. I love Becky Lynch. Lana and Tamina, rather, don't really do much for me. I like Naomi as a babyface. As a heel, she was good too, but she's really been on the roll of her career for the past year now, doing the whole glow thing and as champion. The biggest thing that she has suffered from during her title reign, rather, is the fact that she really hasn't had a solid, good heel opponent. She beat Lana 3 times in 3 matches that went just about 5 minutes. So why should I care about Naomi as SmackDown Women's Champion? Answer, I shouldn't, because therefore, so far, they have not given me a reason to invest in her title reign. Her matches are alright, her character work is kind of non-existent, and she's flashy in her entrance and in the ring, but beyond that, her reign has really been kind of an afterthought, because most of the division has been focused on all these multi-women tag team matches, ladder matches, 5-pack, 6-pack challenges. It's like, holy shit. Just give me a one-on-one title match. And that's what we're getting on Sunday. but I don't care about Natalya. I don't give a shit. Now, Natalya is a former Divas champion. She has held gold before in WWE, albeit briefly, for like 2 months in 2010, 2011. So if they want to give her a token title run for like 2 minutes on Sunday, that's okay. I don't care whether Naomi or whether Natalya wins at the pay-per-view. I hope Carmella cashes in, and this would be the place to do it. I hope she cashes in and does so successfully. Again, in the ring, she's getting better. She's not great, not by a long shot. But her heel character work is great. On the mic, I think she's very, very good. She got a lot of heat coming off that Money in the Bank victory, or victories rather, a few months back. So to capitalize off that right now and not wait any longer by bringing her in, having her cash in and take the title, I think would be perfect. Again, she's from New York. Then again, that's probably not the best example because she did wrestle last year at SummerSlam. She didn't get the best reaction when she came out. She just debuted in the main roster, so I can't really blame her. But this would be the time to have her cash in New York. The crowd would love it, and maybe it kind of injects some excitement into the SmackDown women's scene. Coming in at number 3 is, again, speaking of the women, in regards to TakeOver tomorrow for the NXT Women's Championship, it's Asuka and Ember Moon. And I hope Ember Moon takes the title and finally defeats Asuka, hands her first loss in her near 2-year run in NXT. Now, again, this is a very, I don't want to say bold, because I'm sure I'm not alone here in saying this, that Ember Moon should take the title from Asuka at the pay-per-view at the event tomorrow night. But there are some that are saying they should have Asuka win again, and then have her lose it to Kairi Sane or Kairi Hojo, whatever her name is. That's being brought in for the Mae Young Classic in a few weeks. Now, I understand that would be pretty cool. But I think with Ember, I feel like she kind of has to win. She lost in Orlando when I was there, which is all right. But she kind of has to win this match. I feel like she has to win the championship. Otherwise, her push is kind of null and void. Because after losing to Asuka twice, where can she really go from there other than the main roster, which she's not ready for yet? So I really hope Ember Moon wins, again, on the 1-year anniversary of when she debuted in WWE at TakeOver Brooklyn in that same exact building. It would be kind of cool to have her beat Asuka for the belt. They had a really good match in Orlando. I'm sure this match will be even better. But I hope Ember Moon walks out as the new NXT Women's Champion, therefore handing Asuka her first ever one-on-one defeat in NXT. Coming in at number 4, speaking of NXT TakeOver tomorrow night, there's been a lot of rumors as to who we might see show up. And I really, really, really hope that we see Adam Cole finally debut in NXT tomorrow night. Now, I've seen speculation, I've seen fantasy booking scenarios where he comes in and gets involved in the title match. I don't really care what form or fashion it's in. I need to see Adam Cole tomorrow night. I wasn't disappointed he didn't show up at the Chicago show a few months ago just because that was such a great fucking show. And I mean, again, tomorrow might be great too. There's always no takeovers anything less than good. And the last 2 Brooklyn shows are my 2 top favorite takeover shows of all time because I was there. But they were also amazing shows. So I'm sure it's going to be great regardless. But the cherry on top of the cake would be Adam Cole showing up. Now, it's been rumored for months, like dating back to the onset of 2017, that he was NXT bound. And I would be surprised if he didn't sign right now. I know when I talked to him about a year ago, he said, I might go to Japan first and all this and that. But now would be the time to bring in Adam Cole to NXT. Maybe Bobby Roode goes up to the main roster. I mean, it would be cool to see Bobby Roode get promoted on either Raw or SmackDown this coming week. I don't see that happening. I think he has to get a rematch first. I think he should beat Drew McIntyre. I don't think right now is the time for Roode to be dropping the title. I think Roode should drop the title to Roderick Strong. Now, whether that ties into this or not, I'm not really sure. But either way, I think Adam Cole could be that new top heel for NXT with a debut tomorrow night in Brooklyn. The same place where Apollo Crews debuted 2 years ago. The same place where Ember Moon and Bobby Roode made their in-ring debuts a year ago. And following in their footsteps should be Adam Cole tomorrow night. Now, coming in at number 1, the number 1 absolute thing I really hope and want to see happen this weekend is Samoa Joe winning the Universal Championship. Now, I talked about Nakamura, how he won the NXT title at TakeOver exactly a year ago removed from, this Sunday's pay-per-view at SummerSlam. But the person he beat for that belt in the main event of that TakeOver was Samoa Joe, who is also in a world title match this Sunday for Raw for the Universal Championship. Now, this match, hands down, I am looking more forward to this match than anything else on Sunday. This 4-way has been so well built up. It should be cool to see Strowman and Brock going at it for the first time. It's going to be cool to see Joe and Brock going at it again. Roman and Brock, they always had great chemistry in their triple threat match at Fastlane last year and also at WrestleMania 31 2 years ago. And all these guys, Roman and Brock, have had great matches. Roman and Joe have had great matches. So it's going to be a big hoss fight. It's going to have a big fight feel. But to me, there's only really one outcome that makes sense. Now, I'm predicting Brock Lesnar is going to retain because he's not leaving the company. He might, debate that he will. I think it'd be cool in storyline if he quit and then was brought back at some point down the road in the next few months. I mean, then again, that wouldn't make much sense because he's advertised for the Raw No Mercy show in September. So how long can he really quit for? I know, but that said, I think now would be the time to put the belt on Joe. I mean, he's hotter now than he's ever been in his entire WWE run, really in his entire wrestling career for the past 10 years or so, because he was ice cold in TNA towards the end there in 2015, 2014. Now would be the time to do it. I understand not having him win the belt, Great Balls of Fire. You don't have Lesnar lose in his first title defense. You don't want to have him get pinned. But Joe can win without even beating Lesnar. He can pin Roman Reigns. He can pin Braun Strowman. It's not a one-on-one loss. Even if he pins Brock Lesnar, Brock Lesnar is not losing in a one-on-one match. It's okay. It's a four-way. Joe's got to win. Joe's got to win. I made this prediction at the very, 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 very beginning of 2017 that the one thing I really wanted to see happen this year was Samoa Joe win a world championship. That was before he was even called up. We didn't even know he was going to be called up. We kind of figured he would be. But he has really taken this year by storm. And he could also, if he won the championship on Sunday, he would also become the first man ever to have held the NXT, Ring of Honor, TNA, and a WWE World Championship. That's amazing. And I think PW Championship too. I think Samoa Joe held that belt at one point or another many, many years ago. So yeah, that's what I want to see on Sunday. Again, quick recap here. The 5 things I want to see happen. SummerSlam weekend. Number 1, Shinsuke Nakamura wins the that was a year ago, wins the WWE Championship. Number 2, Carmella cashes in Money in the Bank to become the SmackDown Women's Champion. Number 3, Ember Moon beats Asuka, handing her first defeat and in the process becoming the new NXT Women's Champion. Number 4, Adam Cole debuting in NXT TakeOver Brooklyn. And number 5, Samoa Joe winning the Universal Championship at SummerSlam. So that's it, guys. What do you want to see happen this weekend in Brooklyn at TakeOver, SummerSlam, Raw, SmackDown? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel for daily content. I should still have videos up even though I will be gone this weekend. I should still have videos up on Saturday, Sunday, Raw, on Monday, Tuesday, same night of a Raw for Monday. So anyway, so check those videos out in the days to come. Nevertheless, I'll get out here before I botch anymore. I'm Graham G.S. Matthews. Enjoy SummerSlam weekend, guys. Representing the shirt I bought 2 years ago. I fucking love this shirt. And I'll catch your ass down the road.